Wow, women helping other women learn, grow, and empower. Learn new things, grow from what you learn. Empower others to do the same. Helping you to create a plan for your life, vision for a better life. Get connected to resources, seminars, trainings, women helping others with the gifts that they have. Contact Crystal Ifakoya, the founder and creator of WOW. Why not? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black is Magazine, Faces Next Level. I am your host, Invalette Sunshine. I'm so excited to be back with you guys again. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, and share. Leave your comments below because your opinion does matter. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, you guys, I just wanted to stop by really quick. In the past, I think about week or so, I've had several interviews back to back about business, and we're going to get those loaded, but about businesses and about failure and about, being afraid to start your business. And how do you even go about doing that? I think so. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I won't be here long so that you guys, I won't take up too much of your time, but I just felt led to come out here and just kind of talk about it. So I wanted to tell you my story. Um, I have been on my regular job for 15 years. 15 years, 2020 was 15 years. And love the company that I work for the most part. Love everybody I've worked with for the most part. And just been kind of successful in that business. And so I'm very grateful. And even through the pandemic, my husband and I were still able to work. So we don't take those things for granted. We are very grateful to God that, we work for a company that just held us up. And so we're grateful for that. But I am I am passionate about my business outside of my work, my regular 9 to 5. I'm very compassionate about that. And I started Phases the Next Level. I turned it into a business legally. And I began doing women empowerment conferences. I started with my cousin, Markeisha Hill. We weren't expecting what happened, but it happened and it was amazing. The turnout was so great that we had to start getting other tables and chairs out because the women started pouring in, and that motivated me. At that time, I wasn't very comfortable speaking on live on Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. So I wasn't there yet, but people were saying, you got to do it. You got to do it. And so finally I did that. And so I found, I was like, this is what I love to do. Along with, I love to do conferences and women empowerment things to empower other women to be their best selves, especially more seasoned women, because women tend to think that just because they're a certain age that it's over for them. Oh, I could never do that. I'm too old for that. I should have did it way long time ago. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter what age you are. If you are still living and breathing, you can do anything that you set your mind to with God's direction. Everything that Black is Magazine and Phases the Next Level stands for is God, his direction, for him to speak to us and show us what we need to be doing, and his help to help others. My whole goal in life is that when people see me, that they see God in me. I had gone through a lot in all of my 20s. All of my 20s, I was not doing what I was taught and brought up to do. I let all my morals and values go in my 20s, and I was making decisions that I never in my life thought I would make. But God created a space for me and set me down. And he did that. He set me down for 14 months straight. And he talked to me and he worked on me. And before I was at the beginning of that 14 months, I was like, oh, let's just hurry up and get through this. I got stuff to do. And he kept on. And I kept trying to fight him. And he kept on until he grabbed me one day. And when he grabbed me, he was like, this is not who you are. And I tried to tell you. I gave you warnings. I sent your mother. I gave the words to your father to give to you, and you just kind of pushed them away. So I had to create this space for you for however long it's going to be until you listen to me, because I have things for you to do. So eventually I listened, and that's another story. And this is what I'm taking on the road to tell my story, but I just had to give you guys a little bit. But anyway, and so I finally grasped the hold of him, and I said, okay, God, I surrender my all to you. And so I did have challenges, and I did deal with disbelief in me being anything greater than I was all my 20s. And it was crazy, because I had never been that kind of person to not think that I could do something. I did have a complex about myself. I thought I was very ugly. I thought I was my parents' ugliest child that they had. And I struggled with that. But I never thought before my 20s that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. But in my 20s, I took on a whole nother person. I took on a whole nother being who, I was outside of who I really was. So anyway, but I didn't have non-belief, right? Well, as I went through that process, I started not believing that, okay, I want to do this, but I can't do that. So I've missed a lot of opportunities in my life because I was wrestling with myself. And not only that, I wasn't binding Satan out of my life. Like for me, when it's negative, it's Satan to me, and I have to bind him, right? Well, it was a lot of negativity going on, telling me things in my mind saying I can't do this, or I have to settle for less, or I have to be promiscuous, or I have to, do this and do that. And that was totally not true. But I found that out. When I grasped a hold of God. And so what I'm here to talk about is the belief and non-belief. They can exist in the same place. Non-belief and belief can exist in the same place, but you have to have the word of God. You have to have the mentality, and you have to have the wherewithal to tell Satan, I bind you in the name of Jesus. I stomp you out. You're not going to exist here with my belief and what I believe in. So you got to go. And you have to have mad, crazy faith that that's what's going to happen. And you have to have that backbone that's going to happen. So when we talk about all of that, and we talk about running a business, I wasn't looking at Phase as the next level as a business. I was just saying, okay, I'm gonna create this women's conference, and I'm gonna empower women. And then something snapped and said, no, this is bigger than that. And I don't know how you're gonna get there or what it's gonna look like when I'm saying it's bigger than that, but you better take heed, because God has something for you. So I went ahead and I created Phases Next Level as a formal business, a legal business. And under Phases the Next Level, I have all these entities, including I'm an author with my daughter, who is a published author as well. So we have the book under there, and I have my published magazines now under there. And then I have my conferences, my women empowerment conferences under there that we're going to take on the road as soon as God opens this up and say COVID is no longer a factor in our lives. So what I'm saying is that I too am human, and I too had disbelief that I could do anything other than what I was doing all in my 20s. I had gotten in that mode for 10 years, 20 to 29, literally. It was a horrible time. It was a dark time in my life, but I thought I was having fun. I thought it was all good. But then I look back and I'm like, that's not even who I was. But God resurrected me. He gave me a clean heart, and he gave me another start. So when you're trying to start a business, you have to dig deep within yourself and figure out what it is that you like, tap high into your higher power, and go and follow his direction. And he'll show you the pathway, the strength that you get from failure, the strength that you get because you're scared that the business won't be successful, is all amounting to prayer and surrounding yourself with like-minded people that will support you and that will say, keep going, we got you. Your resources are when you surround yourself with people that want to help you and give you those resources. Not always about money. It's not always about it. It takes money. Don't get it twisted. It takes money to do anything. You got to spend some money before you can make the money. And I just had an interview right before this, and we were talking about that. And she was saying that her business, she spent so much money and didn't make anything. And it took 3 years for her business to turn around and be better and really show her some revenue. So you got to have patience. You have to have a backbone, strong backbone, and you have to be willing to fail and fail big, because in failure is where we learn. And I say this all the time. It's like a broken record, but it's so true. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't keep telling you this. So if you're on the fence, you want to write a book, go pull that tablet, that laptop, whatever, iPad out and get to writing your book and holler at me about what publisher to use. I got you one. If you want to build your business and you want to start fresh, whatever, you want to be revamped, I got somebody I can give you to that'll take care of you. And these people are not trying to break the bank. Everybody's just trying to make an opportunity for anybody that wants to do business with them, make a little money for themselves, but help people. We're all about helping people. So I challenge you out there to go ahead and start your business. You got to start somewhere. I know I had another interview with a guy who said, I just like to hustle. And my hustle is eyelashes. My hustle, I'm come and get your junk off your yard, whatever you want me to do, whatever I can hustle that's legal, that is going to benefit me and help others, I'm there. And I like that. So find out what you like to do and go for it. What are we waiting on? What are you waiting on? I'm telling you, all this jabber is okay. You can do that, but you're not getting nowhere talking about it. You got to put the action behind it, and you got to bind Satan, because Satan is going to try to attack you. And the only way that you can do that is your higher power. So anyway, I got to get out of here right now. I just wanted to leave that little bit with you, and I'm going to do a part 2 to this. And I may have a few guests, and not just myself, but a part 2 is coming about belief, non-belief, how we start our business, why we ain't starting our businesses, if you want to write a book, what you do, all that stuff, because it's in me and I got to get it out. In the meantime, you guys, you take care of yourself, respect yourself, and respect others. God bless you. I'll be back soon.